Niger, a significant player in the uranium sector, has taken a brave move to ensure just remunerations for its priceless natural resource, uranium. The cost of uranium in Niger has soared from about 80 cents per kilogram to 200 euros per kilogram. This represents a substantial change of roughly 24,900%. This increase demonstrates the resolve of African countries to end past inequalities and calls for fair compensation for their crucial contributions to the world economy. The global uranium market, Niger's economy, and international relations may all be impacted by this rise in uranium prices. We'll address these in a moment. Uranium is the most popular nuclear energy fuel. Uranium is used in nuclear weapons, naval propulsion, and cancer treatment, and the seventh largest producer of uranium in the world is Niger. After President Muhammad Basoum was ousted during the military coup in Niger, uranium prices increased somewhat. The main purchaser of uranium from Niger has traditionally been France, which used its parasitic French policies to set a price of 80 cents per kilogram for the country's uranium, even though the global market price was far higher. For instance, Canada charges 200 euros per kilogram for its uranium. Before we continue, like this video and share it with your friends so that more people can know what is happening in Africa. Also, subscribe to the new tourist channel to stay up to date on recent happenings on the continent. Niger is raising its uranium prices to capitalize on rising demand and maintain fair market pricing. The former price of 80 cents per kilogram did not adequately account for the resource's full value because it was substantially lower than the global market price. Here's an idea of how little money Niger has received throughout the years for its valuable uranium. Niger exports uranium for $220 million per year to France. If it was at the market price of 200 euros per kilogram, instead of the France-imposed 80 cents, then that same quantity of uranium would be valued at $55 billion. This means that France steals over $54 billion from Niger every year. This should give you an understanding of why Macron and France do not want to leave Niger and other African countries. According to the World Bank, Niger receives about $2 billion per year in humanitarian aid, while Western countries sit and watch how France uses puppet leaders and dictators in Africa to plunder resources there. $54 billion are stolen per year from one commodity from one country in Africa, just by France alone. Remember that this same France holds 50% of Niger's currencies. If you want to know how, then watch the video we've added in the description below. Raising the price of uranium in Niger to comply with international norms was a wise commercial move. The country stands to gain significantly from this growth in financial terms, enabling the government to fund infrastructural and social development projects. Additionally, it guarantees that Niger receives a more equitable share of the profits from its uranium resources. Increased uranium prices will also help Niger diversify its economy away from uranium mining, which will lessen its reliance on a single source of income. This action supports the goal of long-term economic stability because it strengthens Niger's resilience to market fluctuations and broader economic changes by reducing the risks associated with relying too much on a particular resource. Niger's decision to align its uranium prices with global rates has international implications as well. It could have a ripple effect on the global uranium market, influencing pricing strategies and negotiations in other uranium-rich countries. Also, it will affect the ties between France and Niger. France, a significant consumer of uranium from Niger, may be concerned about the price increase, as France depends on Niger for 20% of its uranium needs. It does present opportunities for more equitable cooperation and has the capacity to have a favorable effect on the world uranium market. This daring step not only improves the economic prospects for Niger, but it also establishes a strong example for other resource-rich African nations to pursue more economic autonomy and long-term stability through fair resource pricing and varied economic strategy. Africa does not need humanitarian aid. Africa needs its sovereignty, dignity, and to be protected from Western corporations looting. What do you think of the new Niger government's decision to increase the price of uranium from 24,900%? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Also, subscribe to the New Tourist channel for more interesting videos like this one. Our next video will show you how France keeps 14 African countries poor with their colonial tax rule. Make sure you watch it too.